Hello, hello, and welcome to Overtime. Today I am announcing something that we sort of had a soft announce on already. Overtime is going to be moving. We're going to move it off of our main channel, and we're starting a second channel. The reason for this is simple. I think it's really, I think it's going to work better for the audience. It's not necessarily better for the show, unfortunately, but it is definitely better, I think, for the audience. So the reason for this is because there are a number of people who watch In Time really just for the interviews, for the commentary on various social issues, for our series on, say, civics or philosophy. And those people often will sit there and say, well, listen, I don't want the news. If I wanted to be depressed, I'd go see a sad movie. So, and then there are people who are really just interested in our news coverage, and I think they appreciate what we do and how we do it, but are less interested in all of the interviews and the social commentary. Now, in my view, those two actually really do fit better together than most people I think tend to believe. I think it's because you are a better consumer of news and of the media around you when you understand the things that In Time covers, the philosophy and the civics lessons and so on and so forth. So, in my view, they really all are tied together. But the reality is there are people who would simply rather have one than the other, and the fact that we have both on the same channel does confuse people. Now, the good news is you can subscribe to both. So if you're interested in Time as a whole, you can subscribe to both In Time and Overtime and get the exact same content. If you're interested in only one over the other, then subscribe to one of our channels and you're not going to get the notifications when the other channel is doing its business. So the Discord is going to remain the same. It's just one Discord. It's the In Time Discord, and our Twitter handle will still be the same. And those are going to be linked in the description if you want to check those out, as well as the new Overtime channel. And that's also going to include our breaking news. So the all our rundowns, the breaking news, all of that is going to be moving just to make it easier for people who are interested in one kind of content over another. Now, having said all that, this is the part that you don't want to see, and I certainly don't like doing. But the shilling a little bit and saying that I am confident that this is what's best. I think that it's a great idea, but it does make it a lot harder on us, and here is why. The new channel, of course, is not monetized, and actually, the news portion of what we do brings in oftentimes far more views and far more revenue than the rest. When there's a national crisis and people want to see what's going on, our numbers can balloon to 400 live under some circumstances. Since that channel is not monetized, we won't see anything for that. In Time, as a brand, is going to lose all of it. We're going to lose the views. We're going to lose, or at least what they count for. We're going to lose the monetization on that. You won't be able to super chat on Overtime. We lose all of that until it reaches 1,000 subs. That's the monetization level for any channel. And that's a tough pill to swallow, and that's been difficult. But again, I do think that what's best is to have the content separate. I think that just makes it easier on the audience. And I'm very confident that in the long run, it will also be better for us. But all that aside, if you enjoy either of those two kinds of content that we do, I'm hoping that you will help us get the new channel off the ground. It's the same content. It's still In Time, but it's just not going to be on the main channel. That also does mean, unfortunately, that the main channel is going to take a hit in the algorithm, as they say, because half of our content is now going to be streaming on another channel. We're not doubling the amount of content. We're going to do the exact same number of shows we've always done. But now that's getting split between two channels. And I think over time, it is, as I said, I'm going to be on, I think it's going to help us too. I think it's going to be, in the end, I think it's going to be beneficial for us as well. But right now, it's going to be a little hard. And, but I think it's what's best. So that's what we're doing. If you want to help support the show, I hope, even if you're less interested in the news content, that you will like and subscribe over there. I hope that you'll also, drop it on other Discords or maybe retweet our shows so that we can try to hit that 1,000 number that allows us to integrate a few extra services into it. The shops, it integrates the, I want to say Streamlabs. I don't remember if that's actually has the 1,000 requirement, but there is a number of things that we can't do with the channel. We don't get our own name. We don't get all little bells and whistles. I would really like to try to get that up to roughly where In Time is as quickly as possible. So if that's something that you can do, that would be a huge help to us. So I hope you will consider doing that. I hope that our news is worth. Why do I suddenly sound like NPR? I hope that the news is worth it to you, and that you'll consider doing that and helping us shill the new channel for a little while until we get our feet under us. But at any rate, tonight there is a rundown. It will be exclusively on the new channel. We will not be airing it on In Time. I think on In Time we will be airing maybe for the next a few overtime episodes, just notifications so that people can know that if they haven't switched over, they'll be able to switch over. But tonight is going to be our first broadcast of overtime. It's going to be the rundown, and it's going to be the rundown really of the last 2 weeks. Some pretty interesting stuff, and that will be exclusively on overtime. So thank you all for your support. I hope this ends up being good for everybody. I think it will be. So thank you for supporting us, and I look forward to seeing you in about 10 or 15 minutes on overtime.